Hey, we're live. We're live. I'm live, y'all. Thank y'all for showing up at the Sports Lounge 757. I really appreciate it. It means a whole lot to me. What else can go wrong, guys? So I just recorded an episode just a while ago about a 30-minute a 30-minute segment, man, and then went back to go through my editing and stuff, and I realized I didn't have any audio. So can you imagine that going through a whole show and then getting everything downloaded and then audio's not there? So hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm live and hopefully this one goes pretty well. But today, guys, we have a great we got a great show for y'all. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Listen, guys, it's been an amazing week. Hey, look, it's always good to get a win against those Ratbirds. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Those Ratbirds, y'all got an issue and y'all need to figure that out. But Victory Wednesday, and I want to say thank you. Hey, Lamar Jackson, you still a real one. But hey, Isaiah Likely, you gotta hold on to that ball. But we're gonna get into it. But before we get started, yo, can y'all please like, comment, subscribe to this channel? It means a whole lot to me. I really appreciate it. And also hit the notification bell so whenever I come out with another episode of Sports Lounge, you guys get it, whether you're on your tablet, your smartphone, your laptop, whatever device, even television. Yo, you'll get it live here at the Sports Lounge. So before we get going, guys, hey, let's see. Can the Steelers, the Steelers are on top of the AFC North. If you can see right now, Steelers are on top of the AFC North. And Aaron Rodgers with over 200 yards passing. Hey, is he back? Do we got the discount double check? 200 yards passing. And can the Steelers win the AFC North? And then also, hey, the Sports Lounge Week 14 player of this week. So, hey, guys, before we get started, yo, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to run my intro real quick, and then we can get the ball rolling. Here we go. Hey, listen, guys, welcome to the Sports Lounge 757. I'm your host, T. I really appreciate y'all being here, being a part of the Steeler Nation, guys. Can y'all believe it, y'all? We are at week 14, and what a week it was, guys. My wife and I was personally at that game. We had a wonderful time. Hey, the Ravens Stadium is really nice, guys. Very comfortable chairs, beautiful grass. And one of our players did talk about that, and maybe that was the key to victory, but we will get into that a little later in the show. But overall, though, guys, man, listen, the Baltimore Ravens are now 6-7, okay? 6-7. We're on top of the AFC North right now. Now, we do have 5 games remaining left in our season, and we need to figure out like how we can be consistent as a team. As you know, this has been a 6-7 year, man, just 50-50. You never know what you're going to get out of the offense. They'll play good for a half, then second half they come out lethargic. I mean, the same thing goes for the defense. At the end of the day, we have not yet played complementary football, and that's very needed, especially going into December and January months. And so we need to figure it out. But hey, at the end of the day, we want to just say, hey, we are AFC North champions, and Mike Tomlin's critics and stuff can chill this week, and hopefully for the rest of the season, if this team can be consistent. But before I go into the show, hey guys, we can let's go into the injury report from this past Baltimore Ravens game. So let's go into that real quick, and I can bring that on the stage real quick. Give me a second here. Let me remove this banner. Yeah, so this report is coming from Missy Matthews. Go follow her. I listen to her a lot. I watch her content. But injuries were had, and this is an AFC North game. Look, these two teams are juggernauts. They play each other different than they play the whole other 32 teams or 31 teams. I'm sorry. So it's always a brawl. There's always heavy hitting. I mean, you can even go back to when we had Dick LeBeau's defense, when we had Troy Polamalu, James Harrison on our defense. And, the Baltimore Ravens had some studs too. You had Ray Lewis and you had Terrell Suggs and all them guys, man. That was brutal football at its finest, and the tradition and the rivalry still stands in 2025. Let's go into it. So right here, injury report right here, we have Calvin Anderson. He was out with a knee injury. He was pretty much MIA. Malik Harrison. Malik Harrison. He hit Derrick Henry. It was like the hit. He was like wrong. He led with his head. And he should never do that as a defensive back. That was just bad fundamental football on him. But he's out with a concussion. Andres Pete, which I thought was a good center. Left tackle that replaced Broderick Jones, because Broderick Jones is still on injured reserve. So Andres Pete, I thought, was doing pretty well, but he's out. He suffered a concussion too that game. So it brought so we had our backup left tackle in there, which I thought he did well. Also, as you know, Darnell Washington, that was a nasty chop block from the Baltimore Ravens, man. Darnell Washington is a stud. He suffered a concussion as well. He was out for the whole game. It kind of explains why the running game wasn't as fluid as it was in the past few games, excluding the Buffalo game. But we'll get, I don't want to talk about that no more, but excluding that. But at the end of the day, it was more of Kenneth Gainwell getting on the outside and just being a twitchy run catch running back. I really enjoyed his gameplay. But Darnell Washington was missed that game. Also, some other injuries. Keanu Benton was out with an ankle injury. James Pierre was out with a calf, and Ben Skoranek, they came back in the game. Cal Duggar was still out. But we had some significant injuries in there. That's AFC North football for you. It's tough, man. And at the end, that's something that you just have to it goes with the territory. And Mike Tomlin talked about that. Patrick Queen also was injured, and he came back in, and I can understand why he came back in that game. And shout out to him, because when you're back against the wall and you have the media going after your defensive coordinator, Terrell Austin, which I still think you need to go, Terrell. Don't you, just because you won this game, and even if you went out the rest of the season, hey, your black's gotta go. You hear me? So at the end of the day, the media pressure was turned up on both sides of the ball, and I think these players responded in a great fashion. But good to see Patrick Queen come back out and finish that game against his old team too. So there was a lot on the line, and I think the best team did win, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, but the game was really won in the air. And we can get into that as far as Aaron Rodgers, throwing over 200 passing yards that day, man. Like, it was one in the air. We wasn't this one-dimensional because, John Harbaugh had a lot of tape, for that Buffalo Bills game, which was horrendous, a piece of tape that I would never want to see again. Just bury that tape. But, Pittsburgh got exposed, and it was embarrassing. And so the Baltimore Ravens, they had the same idea. They thought that, hey, Aaron Rodgers just wanted to just dink and dunk. So they played closer to the line of scrimmage. And, hey, we can give all the praise to Aaron Rodgers, but we also have to give the praise to Arthur Smith for calling a good game as far as the offense. First play of the game, they went and they threatened the secondary from the Baltimore Ravens. And they got to DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf, man, let me tell you, this is the best game he's had this whole season. DK Metcalf over 100 and 40 some yards in passing. And so this is the DK Metcalf that we've imagined, and this is who we signed for the beginning of this season, is that guy. He is a phenomenal athlete. I mean, this guy's he's big, he's fast, and at the same time he's aggressive. And so when it comes down to the later months of December and January in the football season, when it gets cold and we're playing outside and things of that nature, other teams don't want to actually deal with a wide receiver of his stature at all. So shout out to DK Metcalf. And it was just not him. I think Calvin Austin had a nice game too. Because of the addition of signing Adam Thielen, also signing Valdez Marquez Scantling to the offense, and Arthur Smith putting them out there on the field. The Ravens defense had to play honest because those other two receivers, they are threats. Adam Thielen, he's a well experienced overall wide receiver that came from Minnesota. He put up tremendous numbers. His last season, he over 63 some yards and pass catch and catches. And Valdez and MVS Marquez Scantling has also won a few Super Bowls with the Kansas City Chiefs, and also I believe he won one with Aaron Rodgers. And so they have a rapport, and that's why the Steelers brought him in the building. He's more of a taller receiver just as well as Adam Thielen. And so as you can see, and hopefully this is a prelude of everything that will happen the rest of this season, a preview of, teams not trying to bracket DK Metcalf now. They will have to play, take every receiver pretty much as a threat, So hopefully, that right there, that aspect of the game will improve later on this season. And I think that was a reason why Aaron Rodgers, part of a reason why Aaron Rodgers were so successful at the M&T Bank Stadium. But let's go into a post interview what Aaron Rodgers said about that game and about something else, which I've always said for a long time. What's the issue with our offense? When he said to the reporters,
You moved around pretty well in this game. There have been other times this season. Do you still feel like that's something that you lead off when you can pull it off?
Yeah, I mean, some games you feel better than others. I was just telling the lineman, you'll understand this when you're 40. Some days you feel better than others. Wake up and there's no specific reason why, Thinking like, what did I do last night? Did I sleep wrong or whatever? But some days you feel great. Other days you feel maybe just good. Today I felt great. Maybe because it got such a beautiful grass field.
Beautiful grass field. Listen, guys. That right there means a whole lot when it comes down to the players feeling confident in what they're doing and moving around, man. These are big guys, and if you don't provide them just the luxuries of having a well-maintained facility, grass, the weight room, things of that nature, you're going to probably get subpar results from that. And the Rooneys, I blame that on y'all. This season we almost lost one of our favorite and best players on the team, and he's a special teams guy, and that's Chris Boswell. I mean, we almost lost him because of the poor grass and things of that nature. I mean, that's unacceptable. The Rooneys, you guys got the money, spend the money off season, go ahead and redo this grass. We need it. It's important. And also too, don't forget the draft is in Pittsburgh. So please, guys, get that taken care of. But I think that also has something to do with the way Aaron Rodgers moved, man, out there, man. Like, Aaron Rodgers is like his old self, man. Discount double check Aaron Rodgers. So grass has a lot to do with it. Tighten up, Roonies. But listen, we're going to go ahead into the Kansas Steelers win the AFC North, y'all. And, at the end of the day, Kansas Steelers win the AFC North. Let's pull up the remaining games on the schedule, and just by looking at it, I mean, they can. In my opinion, they can. Let's go over the Steelers' remaining scheduled games that they have, and also the Baltimore Ravens. So, right here, our next game is Monday night. We're playing against the Miami Dolphins. Now, listen, Monday nights or any nighttime game this season hasn't been in Pittsburgh's favor at all. Don't get it twisted. So this Monday night's game coming up, we have an extra day of rest. Hopefully we can get Derek Harmon back from his knee injury, hopefully to stop this running game, because the Miami Dolphins has been on a 4-game winning streak, and they're trying to pretty much go 500 in their season. they're a talented team, talented running backs, and they will run the ball on you. And so if we can somehow defense stop Achan, I think that's his name, Achan, from rushing. I mean, we can narrow him down to like 95 yards or something. That'll be great. But if we can limit him and make Tua Longa, their quarterback, Tua, one-dimensional, I think we have a shot. But it has to start, and the consistency for the Steelers as a whole has to start Monday night against the Miami Dolphins. Okay, so that will put the Steelers, hypothetically, if that's a win, that will put the Steelers at what, 8-6. So awesome, right? So that's a win there. Then the Steelers go on the road. They go to Detroit. And I'm going to be honest with you. Detroit. I don't know. That's up for grabs. I actually see Detroit actually winning this game. I think, in my opinion, the Detroit Lions are a more complete team. They have better coaches. Arthur Smith, Terrell Austin, y'all have to be in your bag because, hey, Amon-Ra St. Brown and all those guys, they come into play, man. And the quarterback, man, he don't miss. So at the end of the day, I can see the Pittsburgh Steelers going on the road to Detroit and losing that game, which will bring them at 8-7. And then we go on the road to Cleveland to play the Cleveland Browns, Shedeur Sanders, Cleveland Browns. So we can come out of there with a win in Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders, he's been showing that he's meant to be their starter quarterback. And I hate the fact that they had to wait to, I think it was week 12, to start Shedeur. That Browns team they're broke. I don't see the Browns winning that game, so that'll put the Steelers at 9-7. And then the last game of the season will be a rematch against the Baltimore Ravens at Acrisure Stadium. That could be for the AFC North if the Steelers manage to lose against the Miami Dolphins and lose against the Detroit Lions. It could be for the North, but if it does get to that, do you know that the Steelers organization, the Steelers fans will not have that? You can see coaches being fired during the offseason too. That whole fire Tomlin, that would go up, man. Fire Mike Tomlin, I can actually see in that rhetoric and the disappointment and people being frustrated to actually be a thing and booing Renegade. So hopefully if the Steelers can handle business against Miami Monday night and also against the Cleveland Browns, and then somehow sneaky win against the Ravens, we might split the Ravens. But a reason why I'm saying that the Steelers they're going to win the AFC North is because when you go over to Baltimore remaining games, now when you looking at the Steelers Ravens game, one thing I can say is Aaron Rodgers, he had a lot of time in the pocket. He did a lot of scrambling outside the pocket, and I mean, extra 2 seconds, man, just trying to find a receiver. And that tells me one thing: the Baltimore Ravens defense, they have no edge rushers. And so I think that's a problem. Lamar Jackson, I don't know. My wife and I was at that game, and Raven fans that were there, they were saying that he don't look the same. But we haven't had a good quarterback in a while since Ben Roethlisberger. Steelers fans, and so I look at Lamar Jackson, and the Ravens fans are complaining about him, and I'm just saying, look, if we had Lamar Jackson, we would have won like 4 Super Bowls already. But they don't know what they have, man. But Lamar seems to be a little banged up a little bit. Too many injuries this season, man. They playing on the road against the Cincinnati Bengals. So they got a game against Cincinnati, against Joe Burrow, and that game that they played against the Buffalo Bills in the snow, they put up some numbers. So I can see the Ravens losing that game. Then the Ravens go to Gillette Stadium and they play against the New England Patriots, which are Super Bowl contenders. That's going to be tough. Then after that, they're going to play the Green Bay Packers, like, in Lambeau. So think about it. I mean, it can be. This is a real thing. The Ravens can actually lose out the rest of this season. So that's why I'm confident in the Steelers actually winning the AFC North, because we have a better defense. This is a gauntlet, man. And I'm not even talking about the last game of the season. When they come to Accushore and play the Steelers, I don't see the Baltimore Ravens coming out of this. So that's my opinion, though. This is how I feel. The Steelers can win the AFC North, man. So there you go. But I'm gonna add myself back to the stage here. Give me a second, and I want to get rid of this. How do I make myself bigger? Add myself to the stage. I want to get rid of this. But anyway, I don't want to mess this up. Oh, maximize it. There we go. Back. Hey, I'm back. So I don't see the Ravens actually be coming back and winning the division. Fast forward, we win the division, and the teams that I think that will get home field advantage, but the teams that I think that we will play in the first round could possibly be the New England Patriots, or Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll see. But I don't want to see Buffalo. I don't want to see New England. I'll see Jacksonville. I wouldn't mind playing them, getting a rematch from them. But yeah. So Aaron Rodgers, 200-yard game, over 200 yards in passing, phenomenal performance. Keep it up. Hopefully, during practice they can also get Adam Thielen involved. He'll get more comfortable with the offense, and also to Valdez Marquez Scantling will get more comfortable in offense. We should have Darnell Washington back. Pat Freiermuth, we got to get him involved. So the Steelers have the talent. There's no question about that. It's can they play consistent? That's the key. And if they can do that and show that for the next 3-4 games, then hey, they can win a playoff game. 100% can win a playoff game. But listen, guys, I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe to this channel. I can't believe I recorded the whole episode and there was no audio. And so hopefully this isn't, it won't be the same thing here. I hope this is going to go through. But before I leave you guys, let's leave off with the Sports Lounge Player of Week 14. Okay, Sports Lounge Player of Week 14, and you guys already know who it is. Listen, guys, love you guys. Y'all take care of yourself. God bless. And here we go. Aaron Rodgers.
Fifth snap inside the 10.
And they're going big. That is extra tackle and a huge tight end who can block.
Warren, the running back. Warren, they fake it to him. Rodgers still has it. He's going to take off running for the touchdown. Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers excited to have him here.
Yep.
And he's going deep. They have not had a deep ball in a month. And Metcalf makes the catch. They didn't pick up the rush. They throw it downfield. Metcalf over the shoulder. Long. Rodgers buying time. Now planting and throwing and finding Metcalf. And then
Going to throw this. Good job.
they go empty and they go long. And they've got him. Austin with the catch. Dump it off. Got it. Got the first down with Warren. Warren gonna go untouched. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A play so simple.